Hey guys, and thanks for tuning in for another episode with Attilius the Bladesmith. Um, it is December 31st, and we are going to be going into the new year. And so I wanted to take a moment and honestly talk about where I'm at and where this channel is going. Um, it's been a lot of fun doing this. We've got about 150 subscribers in the short time I've been doing it, so that's really cool. And it seems like you guys are finding good information from what I've been creating. However, this year is a lot, especially the last couple of months. Just a lot of personal things, and then life in general. I'm not going to go into a lot of details about that, mostly because it's private, and I don't want to. So, if you have questions or whatever, you're more than welcome to reach out. However, moving forward, forging projects, events at work and family, and some things behind the scenes took a lot more out of me than I expected. Nothing really dramatic, just life stacking up. Um, Somewhere along the way, I realized that I was spreading myself too thin, um, creating things that I didn't really want to create. This YouTube channel, a couple other things, too many projects, too many ideas, and too many directions going back and forth on trying to push my forging and really be a better smith, which ended up being a detriment to my smithing. Yes, I've made, excuse me, a lot of cool things, and I'm really proud of the things I have created, and they have made me a better smith. But when you get pushed in so many different directions, nothing really gets the attention it deserves, including the YouTube channel. So I've noticed that when I am forging, I kind of get lost in the forging process, which I absolutely love. I forget to hit that record button, so you don't get the best videos, you don't get the best information, and then I'm just kind of on the footage I do have, I'm trying to struggle and do voiceovers and make it work, which I mean, for the most part, it does, and I'm proud of what we have created here. Um, but in 2026, I am going to be simplifying. There will be a lot less YouTube videos, not really because I'm quitting, not because I don't care, but because I want to work on myself, and the work itself needs to come first again. Um, Filming, editing, trying to explain, everything adds weight. And right now, the weight should be spent in the forge, not cranking out videos or content. Um, Moving forward, my focus is going to be narrowed and more intentional. I'm stripping things back to the basics and really honing my craft. So, for lack of better terms, that means more Viking era blades. I'm going to be focusing strictly on the Seax, and a few of the variations that come with that. Long Seaxes and broken back Seaxes, excuse me. Simple construction done as well. Wrought iron cladding and high carbon edges. Clean forge welds and repetition, and consistency in the fundamentals of those things. I'm super proud of the forge welding that I have done recently. The wolf tooth and twisted pattern weld in the last six was freaking amazing, and I'm glad that it came out the way that it did. But it could be better, and I really feel like taking a step back from those advanced welds and really honing in on just basic forge welding and thinner material, not thin, but smaller material would help me exponentially when it comes to swords and those things. Speaking of swords, they're not gone forever, but they're going to be taking a back seat for a little while. And I really want to feel like I've earned them again instead of forcing them into the schedule. So what this means is I'm going to be doing a lot less commission-based work and doing things that I want to create. Like I said, we're going to be focusing strictly on the Seax and the Brokeback Seax, and we're going to be pushing those, getting those mastered. Um, and pushing those kinds of things. So if those are things you're interested in, you want to buy them from me, stay tuned on my other social medias and so on and so forth. So um, that being said, when I do post videos, they'll be slower, quieter, and more deliberate. Fewer uploads and more honest ones. I don't want to rush content or rush builds to get that content out there. I don't want to chase views or momentum on the YouTube. It's about doing work I am proud of and making sure it stays sustainable alongside family, work, and life in that order. Speaking of work, part of the reason we're doing this is I'm going to be going back to a Monday through Friday schedule, and I won't have a week on, week off schedule anymore. So the forging time that I do get needs to be more deliberate and more focused because I won't have the sheer amount of volume of time of having a week off work to focus strictly on forging. So um, I need to take a step back that way as well and really focus on my new career path. So um, yeah, so everything else is so that's where we're at with this. If you've been here for the forging, the process, and the long game, I appreciate you. I know the channel is super new, and I appreciate you more than I can say. If the slower pace isn't your thing, that's okay. I totally understand, and I don't blame you for unsubscribing. Um, you can, if we do pick this back up, you can always resubscribe later. It's free, so um, I'll still be here, just moving with more intention and mastering the basics again, and not getting so caught up in the whirlwind of doing the next coolest, best forge weld or pattern weld or that kind of thing. I just want to, like I said, focus on the basics and really dive those or master those things. Um, Lastly, thanks for sticking around, and I will see you when there's something worth showing. If you want to follow me still, you can find me on any of the social medias. Uh, just search for Attilius the Swordsmith or any variation of that. You should be able to find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So, without that further ado, thank you guys, and we'll see you. Happy New Year, and I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that stuff. So, appreciate you.